Okay guys, thanks. It's Sunday here, just trying to make a small video really quickly. If you could see the title, it's over trading or scared to hit the button, kind of risk management on this here. But let's look at this Tesla trade here. This is something I actually traded on Friday there. So if you notice initially guys, what you have to know is basically, and what I want people to realize or understand is that you need to find out your own style of trading. Um, it's very important that you guys do that. Figure out what setups you guys are confident in and all this other kind of stuff. Because I see a lot of people, a lot of different chat rooms and stuff like that. They're hyping up these things. I made $10,000. I made $8,000. I lost $4,000. Well, I'll tell you guys, if you guys are thinking and dreaming about, oh, I'm going to make $1 million this year in the stock market, that's a very hard thing to do. Most of these traders that have these chat rooms or been even trading for a while, they're making between most times 100, 200, 300, 400, maybe $500,000 from trading there itself, but they're being really super aggressive. What you got to understand is that most of these guys, they're making money from multiple streams of income, not only through trading, but their chat room, maybe real estate, just something else in their personal life, their own personal business, other business that they have. So just don't go in there with that mindset of, oh, I'm going to make $1 million and all this kind of stuff. What you really want to take away from them is learning a great setup that you can follow and duplicate on a daily basis, and then gain your confidence in yourself. Finding how to trade for yourself, because once you guys find to do that and you can be profitable, guys, they can never take that away from you. You won't ever have to spend a single dime on information or anything like that anymore. So that's really what I want you guys to kind of look and do and find your own setups. So for my setups, typically what I like to see is I like to either find a red to green or a green to red, and then breakouts or breakdowns. Those are typically my biggest my stocks that I put in a lot of confidence in, and sometimes that I put in more share size in, just because I have that confidence in. But first things first, guys, that I will tell you is that they're saying over trading. What is over trading? So like on Tesla, I was looking at actually trading this twice, but I missed this opportunity up here where it was a green to red right here. I missed that opportunity. Okay, but then I caught it on the second one. So if I would have actually traded that twice, would you just consider that over trading, or is that just because, or is that like some stock that has relative strength in the market or something like that? I believe, guys, and you can take your own theory on this. I just want to kind of make you think about your own kind of setups, your own kind of thing. I think this is just basically looking at the levels again and trading something that has relative strength for the day there itself. I believe that most times there's only about 10 to about 15 stocks on a daily basis there that either is breaking down really good, breaking out on news, or just has a lot of momentum in the stocks there itself to really give you some good profits. And if you notice there, guys, this is basically a 5-minute chart. Most of this action here where I'm trading this is at here is definitely within the first hour or hour and a half, because I believe that's really where the strong momentum and the volume that's going to help you drive the stock either up or down is where it's played at for you. But let's just kind of look at this one here. This is what I was trying to anticipate on here, is just a little bit of a breakdown of this low of day there for you, and it worked out really nice there. These are 5-minute candles there, guys. And what I did is, you always want to be looking at where's your stop and where you guys kind of looking at taking profit. Well, what I do is I take partial positions. So I was in somewhere around here before the low of the day, and I'm basically taking my partial really quickly after the break of the day on this 5-minute candle, because the way the market's been, it's been kind of choppy and just kind of all over the place. So I've been just taking what the market gives me, taking a small, if it has a small chunk, that's fine with me on that first half. And then basically what I do is I just let that second half run there for us. And if you see, it ran actually a good ways until I see basically a little bit of a trend reversal on a 5 or a 15-minute chart that's how I do it. I typically, I would say actually I make more money on my second half than I actually do on my first half, just because, again, I'm just trying to take a little portion out of the market, cover, get that confidence going there for us, especially because like this one here would have probably been my second or third trade. So I'm actually was trying, this is on Friday too, and so I'm trying to finish out the weekend strong there for us. So that's how that one kind of worked out. But going back to over trading or scared to hit the button, guys. So like I said, as I was late on this one here, and maybe I was a little scared just because, again, I was late to it. But this one I was keeping an eye on this because it has relative. I believe it had relative strength because look, if you can see here, it came down from what 325, and that's being generous, all the way down to about 310, $15 move, and then it still kept on going to what 305. So about a 20-point move, guys. And then once you see the market hit, that's a lot of movement to it. And so if you ever get the market in your place, and you can also look this for a reversal. The other big thing about over trading, like if you are over, what I believe is over trading the same kind of stock, is that, so this would have been my first trade. Here would have been my second trade. I typically, after the first and second moves, I don't like it so much, or I don't have much confidence in things. So like this breakdown here for like the third move or something like that, the third move is the most difficult to get any big chunks out of it, so I typically don't. So I'll look and analyze the stock. Again, guys, it's probably going to be a group of about 10 to 15 stocks that I'll look at. And if they make that first initial move and then that second one, after that, it's basically a throwaway from there. So because, and then where it comes out to, over trading is people are always switching from one stock to the next to one stock to the next. Oh, this one's hot, and that kind of stuff. Or this person posted this on Twitter or said this about this stock and stuff like that. So that's where it really comes into play that, you're not over trading and you're not just kind of following someone and, anonymously just taking the stock there itself. You need to find your stop loss, analyze what the setup is. If you're confident in that setup, then go ahead and look at doing that. If you're not, then I would say just sit back on sitting hands, guys, and then still look at the trade and analyze it and see if that kind of would work out for you, and then see if you can kind of continue to see that pattern or that setup trade, and then you can grow your confidence in there. But don't, scared to hit the button is, everyone's going to run into that. Even experienced traders run into that, just because what they're trying to do is they're trying to be cautious with the profits that they may have already generated out of the market. And believe me, whenever you generate profits out of there, guys, you want to do your hardest or your best to basically keep those profits that you generated there. And that's how you continue to have to grow your account there and move it forward there for you. But again, growing confidence in your setups, finding out what they want, and those are really kind of the things that you want to look at there. And then also, especially, guys, risk management. If you guys can play your stop losses and play them even tighter than maybe you initially thought there, just because if you can keep your losses low, and then again, like even on this trade, guys, that second portion there of that really just drove my day for me. I didn't really have to do anything much. I could put either a mental stop loss at the low of the day, or a hard stop in there, and then just let it go for a little while, on a 5 or 15 minute chart, and then just look for a reversal. And again, that's where you make a lot of your money, and just capitalize and just kind of set that trade aside. Again, this was the first move up here, first move, second move, and again, I don't have confidence in the third move, but so yeah, it would have worked out. Said, oh, hey, it came back to your level, and then it even dropped down even lower. Well, okay, but again, I don't have much confidence in that level. And then also, guys, that was already after an hour and 30 minutes, or even after the first hour. So you can see how this took a long time, and most times people or traders aren't going to sit back and wait for that long, unless they're really experienced traders, or they're just have a lot of capital and then just looking out somewhere else for other trades, because it's going to be boring just sit here watching those screens. But guys, those are things that you'll kind of get over, over trading and scared to hit the button. Believe me, everyone, like I said, scared to hit the button is everyone goes through that. But over trading, guys, over trading, not everyone has to do that. And the way that you kind of eliminate that there, guys, is by not just following what everyone says and just doing it immediately, but it's finding your own stuff. Well, you can actually look and see if someone says, "Oh, we're looking at getting into Tesla," and if they tell you we're looking to get into it and it still hasn't triggered, then that's okay. But don't follow these people that are saying, I'm already in Tesla, or I'm already watching that to break down. And because if not, you're basically making them rich, guys, because they're already in the stock and stuff like that. You'll see some of I have stock twits and Twitter down below. You'll see that my stocks actually, I will actually post them before they actually trigger there, and that's what you're basically wanting to do, is find someone that will do that. I try to get those as quickly as possible, so it gives you a little bit of time to do some analysis on them. See, guys, again, if you like the setup there, know where your stop loss and the potential, like the next resistance zones or areas are, and see if that trade will work for you. Again, you're really trying to build on yourself, because this is your hard-earned money that you've worked for, and so build on yourself, because once you guys can learn this method, you guys can repeat this method, and then you're consistently profited with it. No one can ever take that away from you guys, and that's when you're really going to be free. And that's really the biggest thing, guys. Don't be looking at this for, oh, I'm going to make millions of dollars, I'm going to buy this house, buy this Lamborghini, party it up. That's the wrong mindset. What this is really giving you guys is freedom, and freedom to do what these other people do, is pull money out of the market, and then also try to get that multiple streams of income, so that you can put it into other business adventures that you guys may have, guys. But thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you the next time, okay?